Guys, chess fans, it's early. We're starting the stream. Despite the announced 4:30 start, we're starting early at 4:15. I want to get as much stream as I can until 6:45. So in order to finish early, we're starting a little bit early with the 4:15 rather than our traditional 4:30 afternoon start time. So probably I'm just going to be talking to myself here as we get started. Try hard first. Why are we starting early? Bob, because I want to keep you on your toes. You know, Bob, I'm a man of habits, you know. I'm a person who sticks to his habits, but I wanted to start early because I want to finish like 15 minutes early, you know. I got plans, Bob. It's Friday night. The World Series is tonight. I mean, there's various things, you know. Let me move my window so I can see what I'm talking about. So, Mr. Coffee, Bob Sacamano, Carlson is playing. Carlson is not playing, Bob. He's not here for the next 2 hours and 15 minutes. Just don't forget it. We are not playing bullet chess. We're here. I'm the Tricky Fish, and I'm your host. We have basically fast blitz on Friday, so 5+3. Now, this doesn't seem fast, considering that some people play 1-minute chess. But for me, it's a little bit fast. We've got open challenges, open mic night, feels evil man. So Infinite Flash Chess is now a subscriber, and we've got Asterbait in the house. Bob Sacamano, JCS. JCS, it's good to see you. Thanks for all your support, man, over the last year. I mean, since you've really been part of the stream. All you guys are cool. I decided to call it Tricky Fish Stream in honor of my old friend Alexander Wojtkiewicz, grandmaster and fantastic chess player. He christened me with the name Tricky Fish. So if I ever change my stream name, I'll probably, you know, switch from Sladgie to Tricky Fish. But I always thought it was funny. It was like a compliment coming from Wojtkiewicz, who never really, like, you know, gave a lot of compliments to anyone. But the fact that he gave me a nickname, it's that kind of person. You know, he doesn't really give out compliments. He was always like grumpy. The fact that he gave me a nickname, you know, always kind of warmed my heart. Anyway, Glorious Bobby 20. I've been watching on and off since you started streaming. Glad I'm sticking with. Yeah, I'm trying to. You nominate JCS for Viewer of the Month. Absolutely. I agree. I think he's viewer of the, you know, one of the viewers of the year. Asterbait also hugely supportive of all you guys. I mean, I want to pick favorites, but I want to share with you something else. I'm in a good mood. Yeah, I don't know why, because I had a really tough day, but this is, of course, the other inspiration behind the Tricky Fish name. Hello. Yes, it's Master Fugu, for those of you that don't know. Why are we showing you this? Because he is part of the stream. Ponda is not here, but Master Fugu is here. So when you think of a dangerous fish, when you think of a tricky fish, you might think of this kind of fish. It's poisonous. It has a lot of spikes on the outside. I mean, that's the kind of fish that Wojtkiewicz was talking about when he dubbed me the Tricky Fish. So, God, it's beautiful. It looks it looks expensive. Okay, it's expensive. Anyway, guys, let's get started here. We haven't seen Master Fugu in a while. I thought I'd reintroduce him to the stream. But I'm going to be taking challenges. In order to play challenges at 5+3, you have to challenge me to 5+3. I'm not psychic, and I don't know who wants to play. So, unfortunately, though I might be doing, you know, a Halloween, you know, psychic stream with dead chess players, but, you know, I'm just kidding. Let's get started. All right. Yeah, I've been joking about doing an Aliekian seance stream, but I don't know if that's going to materialize. Just a fantasy of mine. Right? So let's get started. Touchie You movie, break you pay. Another friend of mine who shall remain nameless. Very, very great blitz player of the 21st century, even. You break you break you pay. You touch your movie. You touch your movie, you break you pay. Does anybody know who said that? Okay. Anyway, let's get started. Give me some challenges, 5+3. I'm going to have to start playing random people, and I hate that. So what do we got for 5+3 challenges? I know I started early. I've thrown everyone off And I know there's this silly bullet tournament going on lichess. I really don't, frankly, darling, I don't give a damn. But we got Percy Hepworth challenging me to 5+3. Prize tournaments, I understand. You can't have a chess tournament online unless it's 1-0, because otherwise everyone would cheat. You know, this is unfortunate consequence. Okay, so Eddie Barber, he says, how do we challenge him? Eddie Barber, what? You don't know how to challenge people? I can't believe it. Alexia, welcome everybody. So I'm just taking challenges as I get them. I'm not going to favor the subscribers. That's kind of the idea behind Fridays. I'm going to move the blowfish out of the way carefully here. He hangs up above the stream. So, you touch it, you move it, you break it, you pay. Alright, C4. If you can guess who said that, I will make you an honorary guest for the day. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got to think of a free prize. C4, E5. We're going to play E5. I don't play E5 that often. Free prizes. Free for me. C4, E5, G3. That even rhymes. What are we doing here? Okay, I typically play one variation that's not very aggressive. Try to play as passively as possible. C6. This is actually a kind of a solid system for black. I'm not actually one to play the C3 Sicilian. Google doesn't show any results for the quote. Yeah, that's why it's a difficult trivia question, Bob. You see, it's a chess player, not like a movie actor or something like that. You'd have to really be in the know. Speaking of low lies, Gmoves randomly direct messaged me with. You see, that's bad. I mean, that's the reason why the guy, was one of the reasons why we have to, ban people from the stream when they're not polite. Okay, knight f3 here. E4. Given your history, Bob, yeah, I mean, Bob, you're not exactly like the best behaved person in the world. I'm not going to take responsibility for why or why not, someone might have insulted you. Alright, Percy Hepworth. This is theory. And I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm having a vague memory. It's this move. This is like kind of a new variation. Wow, how does Percy Hepworth know the best line for white so quickly? Man, dude. He's actually a new player here. This is the theory anyway. No one's surprised, Bob. But it is a player was banned on my stream, so on the other hand, maybe the ban was justified. So knight c2. I have to take back at some point here. I guess he could play bishop c5. I don't really know what the idea with queen b6 is. Why would anybody insult poor Bob? He's the most polite. He's never engaged in any kind of, controversial rhetoric. Right, Bob? Like someone else that we know. Completely innocent. I can make anything political. Alright, no, seriously, let's just move on with this. Not a variation that I play, Percy Hepworth. Why are you so good? How do you know so much opening theory, by the way? Okay, Bob, so you basically maybe he remembered, you remembered. It was brought up yesterday by Nils, actually, so maybe you didn't approach him or something. Okay, d3 now. White's playing fantastically here. And I'm left playing the c3 Sicilian, which isn't even an opening that I play. Why has this never really happened to me previously? I really have no freaking clue what I'm supposed to do here. Percy's got good home prep. Yeah, he really knows a lot. He's got a rating like you, Nefedov, but he's got two draws and a loss against me. The draws, however, are in that other time control. What's it called? Yeah, simuls. Simuls are hard. I can't play my full strength in simuls, so my results are a little bit worse, obviously. Looks like I'm just overextended here. Percy got an advantage. Also, he had an advantage in the other game he played, which we went over in the subscriber stream. I thought he played really well against that other dude. Look at this. He's playing like God. Awkward. But it's probably... what? I don't know. This is awkward for me. I feel like I'm getting outplayed by a 1600. He started at 4:30. Maybe your clocks are 15 minutes off. We started early today, so I can finish a little bit early. Clash Kid, what's up? I didn't want to cheat you guys out of 15 minutes of the stream, because I usually do 2.5 hours. So instead of cheating you out of 15 minutes of the stream, I decided to just move it up 15 minutes. Take a liberty, if you will. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you're over the age that it's legal to drink, feel free to grab a beer. So b3, a hesitant type of move, but obviously he was concerned about the b2 pawn. I think that this move is his first serious error. That's not great for white to get the queen sort of sent to e1 square. Clash Kid, thank you for the donation. 1 bit. 1 bit is better than no bits. Queen e1. But I mean, I'm looking for tactics here. I don't see any, and I'm kind of low on time. I'm interested in getting to a safe location. Bishop e3 looked better, said Nefedov. Well, he had, like, earlier I thought knight d5, honestly. A couple moves ago. I guess after castling or whatever. No, knight c3, bishop f5. In that moment, instead of b3, I thought he should have played... yeah, knight d5, queen d5. I thought I had some technical difficulties. Nevertheless, he remains very, very solid here. Not like a 1600. But if people are playing really, really well against me, even like people who are 1400, I just played a couple of offhand blitz games, and it just seems like everybody plays like a genius. It's really crazy. Literally, my bishop's going to get attacked, so this is kind of a pathetic move, actually, bishop g6. But what am I going to do? I mean, it's coming to e3 to get hit and preempting it. But this looks like a bad square. I'm sort of panicking already. He's ahead on time. I think he still has a good position fundamentally with a very sound pawn structure. And I didn't see any special tactics for me. I've never played this line before, and I don't play the c3 Sicilian with white, so I feel very uncomfortable in an alien situation here. Basically, I played queen b6. Man, I don't know. What did I do wrong? Knight f3. I'm just not well prepared for this period. You know, I mean, knight f3, I'm just not prepared. I've never played this line too many times. Maybe in an offhand game. Knight b4. Knight b4 is counterintuitive. Well, what isn't going to cost me a lot of time here? I don't know what to do, guys. I hope this isn't like a tactical blunder. Knight takes b4. He could play knight e3, actually. That might even be good. Man, this is a weird move. You sent your dad a link to an estate in Napa Valley. A heavy-handed hint. What is that? You're talking about the Dodgers again? And your bet with your father for the World Series? European schedule. Uh-oh. Moobot, we've got to update Moobot. I better get on that. In the meantime, I've got my hands full here with this guy. Seems like an awfully good player. Man, I don't know. Speculative pawn sacrifice. Very speculative. In fact, probably just plain dumb. Just plain dumb in American English. Bishop c5, anybody? Can't see that working. This was really Fantasy Island. So welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks, Clash Kid, for taking the bit lead with 1 bit. Now I'm simply down a pawn, but I did damage his pawn structure for what that's worth, and I have rook d2. Let's go with the flow. Rook on the 7th rank is usually good. He doesn't have his back rank tricks. Now, I'm not really in it to just like win a pawn. I wanted a bit more for my money. Most people would be materialistic here, but I understand the value of, really, the value of the bishop on b2. I mean, this is an extremely strong piece. Mine is strong too, so I don't really want to just cash in my chips for bishop takes c3 and like rook takes e2 and rook takes a2, because I see how powerful his bishop is, plus he'll be threatening that, obviously. Honestly, I think after bishop a1, bishop takes c3, it's probably close to equal, but I'm actually playing for more. Because it's a fast game, I mean, if I was playing an equally rated player, I mean, I guess I might be content with equality here, but it feels like with a lower rated player, it's my obligation to play for a win. Right, Nefedov? Nefedov. I'm not even drunk, and I'm still having fun. Bishop c5. Okay, guys. You don't have to drink beer to have fun. Reminded myself of the chess master from Harvard Square, Murray Turnbull. In his prime, he made a very strange comment about drinking beer, which is R-rated, and I can't say it on the air. Bishop takes e3. Alright. Well, you're getting a pawn, I'm getting a pawn. Now you played this chicken move, rook d1. That basically forces an exchange. I mean, this is a brilliancy, dude. You're forcing the exchange. So I have to save my pawn. Literally a brilliant move by white, rook d1. He's playing really, really well. My obligation. We have a tiny endgame advantage that only Konstantin Chernyshov could exploit. What am I doing? Just drop a piece. So 1600 crushed me. That's a pretty good 1600. I dropped a piece there. Now he's got an even score after 4 games. Impressive. Impressive. Let's check the analysis board. I mean, I was fine, but I dropped a piece there at the end. Wow, he saw that very quickly. Nice job. I was trying for a win. After knight takes d5, I mean, I'm slightly better. But I think this is a draw, so that's why I avoided it. Instead, I wanted to lose. Not fully warmed up, but a very, very good game by white. I think I will not run the engine here because it'll slow down the stream too much. All right, anyway, like, silly piece drop. What can I do? Percy Hepworth, good game. All right, so 1692. It's a good year. Pass pawn 99. What's up? Nefedov is next. I'll probably lose to a 1676 now. Why can you never drop a piece against you? I was surprised how quickly he saw that tactic in basically 1 second. That's impressive. Yeah, that's good, dude. You seem a little stronger than 1672, though. Like Nefedov. You're more like 2000, 2050, I would say. I don't understand. So your rating here is kind of low. What's your actual rating, Percy Hepworth? What's your like literal rating? Because you're not 1600 lichess. I mean, you're not a master, but you're obviously better than that. You know, judging by that game, you played me very tough. You played me to a draw, basically, in a 5+3 time control. I would say that's pretty impressive. But I didn't want to draw. I want to lose because I don't want to draw. All right, impressive by me. G6 here. So Nefedov back to his old tricks. You've been off work this week. Oh, well, obviously. Oh, please don't mention it. Okay. No more talk of that here on the stream, Percy Hepworth. All right, Bishop G7. He's here to like troll me. Bishop G7. Your FIDE first one ever is 1700 plus. My first FIDE rating ever is 2330. But we don't talk about those things here on the stream. Alright, F3. Good thing it was a rated game. Asterby, good thing it was a rated game. What's F3 about? I guess we'll play crazy against Nefyadov here. That's why I don't play rated games. But it's not only Percy Hepworth. I mean, I'm playing 1400s in offhand tournaments who are basically playing, I think, you know, more or less like 1800 FIDE on average in many cases. It's kind of weird. The game wasn't rated. Don't challenge me to rated games, and if you do, you know, I'll kick you out. Ignis Aurum Probat, Scoble, Endgame Magician, and Clash Kid. I literally didn't even think I could lose a piece. I was so concerned about losing the pawn on b7, and I hesitated and thought about that, but not warmed up yet. Nefyadov playing perfectly. This looks like a good system. Wow. He's an expert. He's used no time. 1676. 14. He's 1400 in bullet, obviously. That's normal. Percy Hepworth now has 50%. 50%. Count Chocula. Well, just sending me back. How did this happen? Looks like I'm screwed again. We're gonna lose to everybody today. F5, that's a weird move. That's a weird move. I don't like that move for white strategically. But maybe it's good anyway. If I don't like it, it's probably a good move, judging by how it's gone today so far. I guess I could play bishop h6 in some lines. I did not expect f5. It looks like he should... Yeah, but even if you're slow, I mean, that was pretty good. Seems kind of excessive to be 1400. I guess, though. You think he's slow? Look at this. He's like leading me here on the clock. I don't think he's that slow. Can literally trade queens. I had this against Arthur Bisguy, some kind of tactic like this, where I did like bishop h6, bishop e3, queen b6 once, but it doesn't work here. I had some weird mechanism against Bisguy that was a draw when he was higher rated than me. We had a weird tactic involving that, but I don't see how that works. I'm just dropping a piece there. But I mean, God only knows what my result would be like if this was sudden death. You know, the first game I was like 2 minutes behind Percy Hepworth, and here against Nefyadov now, like I'm a minute behind. I mean, I would probably trust myself and just play with intuition a little bit more. Let's say, trust yourself. I'm gonna take the pawn because Nefyadov is playing completely on intuition here. Get him under a minute. Everyone is cheating. Of course. But Nefyadov, I mean, come on, he's 1676. Now, this is clearly a cheating move. The first move suggested by the computer is obviously queen g5. Hall monitors. Okay. What's happening here, like, in reality? I think that he had a good position, but he played f5. That's kind of random, but interesting too. It's definitely not the best move. I feel like I made a mistake and played f5 when you should probably have some sort of e5 type of idea. Computer is just like king b1, clear advantage to white. Just a totally do opening for me, as usual. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Anyway, we're not expecting the quality here. We lost our first game. We won a very unimpressive game against them. We're getting warmed up now. So, 1400. You're parodying me. Parroting or parodying? Maybe Nefyadov gets more credit than he deserves. Well, I guess, you know what, Bob? It's something about the correctness of Nefyadov's play. Yes, he makes tactical mistakes, but he can play really, really well. He's not consistent. Yeah, maybe he does get too much credit. Okay, e4. But he is in reality like the equivalent of 1950 over the board. according to English. 1950, I would say. Okay, so that's pretty respectable. So e4, e5. I'm going to play f5, really? f5 was... It's not an unusual move in that kind of system in some positions, but it didn't seem really like the most appropriate in that particular position, I would say. Ignis Arm. So we're playing the Petrov. It's a famed winning system, Caruana. We expect Nefedov to play knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, knight takes e4, queen e2, a la Kramnik, and Wesley So. Wesley So playing the queen e2 Petrov. I don't quite understand that. I think that was a strange decision in the candidates tournament when So played queen e2. I understand like Kramnik doing it. What I don't understand is So doing it. Anyway, here we go with Caruana again. Yeah. Well, I mean, Magnus might play the bishop's opening. It's hard to beat the Petrov, man. I don't know, how Magnus can crack the Petrov. Good luck on that. He's not going to crack anything, actually. He's just going to outplay Caruana in equal positions, or try to do that. Ignis Arm Probat. So I play this whatever it is, 3 nights game. It's pretty rare. We had a funny game against Bob, didn't we? In this line, I did something stupid against you, Bob. You played bishop d2 and I played castles, and then it was like a3, right? I like the fact that Ignis Arm is taking his time. It makes me feel better when my opponent is slower than me. He's just outplaying lichess masters. Good to see you, Dim. Thank you for subscribing. So a3, it's basically a reversed. Bob played the same line against me, but he played bishop d2 instead of bishop g5, and then I was stupid and I castled and let him gain the bishop pair with b4, knight a4, which should have been at least equal. But Bob went on to lose somehow. This is basically some sort of weird reversed Lopez. I don't know if I should play bishop e3 or bishop c7. I remember everything, Bob. I remember every game. Almost. Wow, okay. This seems inconsistent to play like d3 then d4. But on the other hand, okay, I have the advantage of seeing Ignis Arm yesterday submit a game for the stream, where he went really maniac style, creating a lot of weaknesses, sacking a piece. So I see how I saw how he plays basically. A little bit coffee house. I don't mean to insult the viewers, but I call them like I see them. And Ignis Arm, he plays like a very primitive kind of coffee house game. At least he did in the game he submitted to the stream yesterday. I like to insult my viewers. No, it's not an insult. I mean, that's just the way you play. You play like a wild attacking guy. Bishop h4. Not everyone is refined. Lichess Master LM. It's so dark in here. You guys can't tell because the light is. It feels darker for me than it is. In reality. Lichess Master. So the Ponda replacements are here. Guys, Amy. Don't forget to support Amy. Oh, I did the worst thing I've ever done. I did the stupidest thing I've ever done with the telephone situation. I need to get like American healthcare. I need to sign up for an American healthcare program, and I didn't have one because I'm living in Budapest most of the year. So what are we doing here? Pawn takes pawn. I mean, this looks weird. Like pawn takes pawn. Let's go. So anyway, tell the story. I wanted to sign up for American healthcare, so I did like a search online, and I was looking for different kind of healthcare plans to sign up for or whatever, and I did the unthinkable. I like basically put my telephone number. I put my telephone number into like an online healthcare site, and while searching for healthcare, and now like 100 for Amy, thank you. So all morning, like for basically 5 hours, I was inundated with phone calls, like unbelievable. It was the dumbest thing I ever did, like literally. Never ever give your phone number away. Not my, and I didn't give them Amy's number. I didn't give them my mobile number. It was a house line, you know. But I mean, just don't ever enter your phone number in anywhere online. It's like, I guess I assumed, that I don't know what I was thinking. Finally, after like 100 calls, I started telling people to just take my name off the list, and they actually stopped. It's amazing. Like they actually stopped after all morning getting telephone calls from these insurance companies about health insurance. It was devastating. Knight takes e5. We equalized against the 1400. Good job, me. Wow. I mean, you might say I have some sort of an advantage here. I'm really not convinced. We might have something. Queen g3. I think that's good. I'm starting to play for traps. We should keep in touch with Amy unless we're not 100% sure. Absolutely. Amy is the owner of my ex is the ex-owner of my phone number. And we've got to support Amy. Alright, so g5 here. Getting crazy. Man, oh man. Lots of weaknesses. I like creating weaknesses. We're gaining a multitude of time here. He's going to be putting his queen in an interesting position. I think this is good. Equalized. Now we're more than equalized. Though I don't know what he did wrong. He put his queen in the wrong square, perhaps. So queen e2 instead of queen f3 would have been a little better. So as not to allow bishop g4 without having f3 available. Now we have a serious problem. Hungry as a dog. Don't say that, Bob. You know I don't eat dinner till after the stream. It's like, dude, my mom quit smoking and she's like a ravenous monster. She's like extremely thin and never ate anything in her life. But after quitting smoking, you turn into like a Merle Dixon zombie. Okay, queen f1, bishop d4. This looks difficult to meet for white. This looks very, very difficult to meet. Someone suggested what? Knight to g4? This is John from US Medicare Online. Exactly, Infinite Flashes. It was devastating. They were all over me, man. And then there were some of them that were so stubborn even after I told them that I decided on a healthcare plan. They just wouldn't take no for an answer. They were like, but do you have the lowest possible deductible? But do you have... I mean, this is like the 99th caller that I had today. Are you sure you have the lowest deductible? I was like, just leave me alone. I'll give you Amy's number. Bishop d4, guys. Clash Kid with a 100-bit donation. Dim with 100 bits. You guys are awesome. Just for Amy, though. Amy's here. You can always call her. Call her and see what's up. Guys saw the blowfish. Lots of fun in games here. Oh, I will remind everyone. I called it tricky fish. Play the tricky fish. We had to do that because we knew we were gonna lose the first game. But Alexander Wojtkiewicz was my friend in his later years, before he sadly left us, and he used to call me the tricky fish. So I thought that was an appropriate name for the stream. So Ignis Arm here, yeah. I mean, he was okay. Everything was okay till bishop g4 came in. This position, probably queen e3 was okay. The first bad choice. Actually, what choices does he have here, really? I guess it looks symmetrical. It looks like white should be okay. But you have to choose wisely. Maybe you should go back to a different location, like queen d2 or queen d1 here. So you're not getting hit by bishop b6 with tempo. Tempo. Right. The computer's giving me a big edge here. I didn't think I was that good. But he's weakened his queen side. I mean, there are some advantages for black in this position. Okay. So I managed to sneak one in on that 1400 Ignis Aurum Probat. I think my strength so far in the stream is about 1800. See if I get up here. Scoble, thank you for the game. Alex Scoble from Belgium. I've got Belgian beer. We didn't even tell him. So Skol, I don't know what you say in Belgium, but Scoble, this is Belgian beer I'm drinking, so I want you to know that we have something in common. So e4, what does he play? He probably plays scary stuff, but I'm playing more e5. I'm trying to get more familiar with e5. Obamacare is a way for the government to force you to line the pockets of for-profit insurance company. Exactly, Bob. No, I mean, I've been so out of it. I've lived in a European country for the last, 13 years. So I don't know anything about Obamacare, and I don't know anything about healthcare at all. That's my entire problem. All right, let's try something original and unusual to throw Scobel off. Amy and the Blowfish. Wait, what's that? I mean, is Queen G4 just lights out, right away? I mean, are you supposed to just annihilate me with that or something? Probably not clear. I mean, Queen G4, Knight F6, Queen takes G7. It's like a French or something, right? Queen takes G7, Rook G8, Queen H6. Is that a variation? Is that okay for black? I'm not really confident there. But that's interesting. Queen G4, Knight F6, Queen G7, Rook G8, Queen H6, Rook G6, and then Queen H4, Bishop takes C3, or Queen H3. You know, it's interesting. I spent a minute talking about stuff that didn't happen, which is cool. So F4 looks good. It's basically Schliemann reversed. Great, great. I'm really thrilled about this. So F4 is a good move, eh? Amy and the Blowfish. Wait. Oh, the Blowfish. I get it. Alright, what is that Blowfish band name? There was some pop band with something in the Blowfish. I don't listen to it or whatever it was, but now what do I do? Queen E7 or Knight C6. Hootie and the Blowfish. God, that's old. Damn. Yes, wonderful. Okay, we're playing for structure. Structure here. Queen G4 still on. That's my generation. Yeah, but they're cheesy and, you know, I had a lot of friends who listen to stuff like that, but I'm not into cheesy music. Hardcore punk. No. Schliemann reversed. What am I talking about? It is, man. It's completely. Just that my knight's not on F6 yet, but it's like an accelerated Schliemann. I didn't play knight F6. What can you call it? I don't know. I'm just thinking of a name. Nefidov, you of all people should appreciate what I'm talking about here. So we're playing for structure. But white has the initiative on the F file. How would you reason if you're in my place to play the queen or the knight? I didn't follow you, Alex. What do you mean by queen or the knight? Silman would love white's position on the bishops. The two, yeah, I mean, it's like the two knights, except he's played F4, which makes it a lot better. I don't think it's really particularly a good variation of the Schliemann. You know, this is like playing white in the Schliemann and exchanging on C6 and doing something like Queen E2. On the other hand, I think this move, you know, is debatable. Releasing the tension, clarifying the situation. I'm not sure if that's what he really wants to do. I don't listen to punk. Depressive alt-rock. Well, I mean, some things. I'm into goth rock, you know, like Bauhaus and stuff like that, Bob. So, no. I mean, sometimes. I listen to all different stuff, actually. It's like my chess game. I don't really have a definitive style. Castles. 9 Inch Nails, Bob. I'm heavily into 9 Inch Nails. And Trent Reznor. Castles here. What are we going to do? The pistols came up in the what? IOM stream? Danny King wouldn't name their first album. I never got into the Sex Pistols. I had a friend who was into that. Castles here. What are we doing? The Isle of Man stream. IOM. Oh my god. The IOM. Is Danny in there for the cash? Wow. He's like a celebrity. So he's kind of like, has that Susan Polgar effect. There's money involved. Good money. Alright, castles. I don't like my position. I admit it. I admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it that I don't like my position here. This looks creepy. It is creepy for black. Yeah, exactly. Bela Lugosi is dead. Lugosi. But everybody says Lugosi, right? That's the song. But I live in Hungary, you know, they'd be like, what's a Lugosi? Lugosi. So Bela Lugosi, yeah, Bela Lugosi is dead. That's an awesome song. I love that. I love that whole thing. But it's not, it's not like that's the only music that I'm into. I mean, just an example of something random that I like. I'm gonna lose on time to Scobell. Queen E1, good move. I'm obviously hesitating to castle for good reason here. You feel old remembering that stuff? Yeah, that's like, that's before my time, but I still appreciate it. Rook and Bishop versus Rook. What's that? Did anybody see Karyakin's amazing hold yesterday in the Isle of Man? Man, I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna lose on time. Karyakin is a good. He's a good defender. We're all goths. Wow, Percy Epworth had purple hair. So did Mr. Coffee. Oddly enough. So. What song is that? Losing on time to Scobell. Well, I'm not losing on time. I like being in ridiculous. I like having a ridiculous time disadvantage and talking about goth rock on the stream. Bela Lugosi is dead. What else do I like from that genre? That's the best song by Bauhaus by far. They have a few others. That's really before my time, practically. I mean, I didn't discover good music until I was already 20, years old, basically. That's my big problem. Okay, Queen E1, Knight F8. What are we doing here? Just delaying the inevitable. I don't want to get attacked on the king side. We've got Scobell playing basically positional chess, which is kind of good. He's more or less like a tactical gammeteer. I don't want to just lump everyone into categories, but he really likes that stuff. Eventually I should castle. Man, I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. I really should castle. This is dangerous. Alright, I'm really gonna fall. Now Asterbait is talking about the Clash. Clash Kid. A Clash is another totally different, unrelated thing from the same era. Alright, Knight G4, we're gonna lose on time. Time is calling. Obviously intending Knight E3. I'm confused, and I don't trust my position. Warren Zevon. I have a Warren Zevon album. I never really got into him, but I do have one, a CD. Or maybe I got a box set at one point. I don't even really like Warren Zevon, but for some reason, I actually got a box set of Warren Zevon somewhere. That's weird. Don't flag. It's an increment, man. Just calm down. You guys get too worked up over the time, especially Yabatis. It's like, I have a minute, and he's like, I'm losing on time. That's why we have a 3-second increment, so people can't flag me. This was a good move. Damn it. You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe I'm doing this. I got totally sucked into a crazy situation. Obviously playing. So the bullet tournament's over already? That was fast. You don't worry about my time anymore? I'm playing for kingside threats. He won already? He was mad he didn't win the last one, probably. He wanted to win every single one ever held. Man, you guys are good. There's no easy games here. Okay, Ignis messed up. He basically dropped some serious material there. Silence as I win the exchange. Now he takes e5. So what's the best way to do this? Tactics? What's he thinking about? Thinking about crushing me on the clock. Wow. Is my queen trapped? OMG. Well, he's seriously trying to flag me now. Alright. I don't blame him. He has some compensation. That bishop is a wild, wild piece. I don't know. I didn't really feel like I'm quite sharp enough today. But our position is fundamentally sound. That's a key factor. We managed to keep the integrity of our pawn structure, basically. Integral. I've got some serious problems here. Uh-oh. It's like we just lagged out. What happened, dude? He's basically just playing for flaggage. He's like pre-moving and stuff. That's kind of dirty. You see, I've got problems. Oh no. I fell for the mate, and I even saw bishop f5, and I can't believe it. That's amazing. So Scoble beat me for the first time. He's got 18 and 1. Nice. I dropped mate in 1. That's my second loss today. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But it's funny that I saw this earlier, and I forgot like that was my intention to just trade pieces. Wow. Wow, Scoble, nice job, man. I mean, wow. He's only 1866 in bullet. That's amazing. I had some serious problem here with my lag, though. I almost lost on time. Ping. I mean, it must have been up around 1,000 at one point. I literally couldn't move. I literally couldn't pick up a piece for like 8 seconds when I tried to pick up the piece there. I was back here at move. What is it? Move like 26 or move 27. I was trying to play, what was it, F6? I don't remember. But I don't know. I just couldn't pick it up, period. Yeah, congratulations. Good game, man. Alright, next game. I don't know what's up with my lag, though. It seemed to degenerate over the last couple days. it's saying 127 ping, but I mean, that's not what I was experiencing there. I just literally couldn't pick up a piece for like 7 seconds. Don't know, but that was serious. I had a huge wave of lag. I almost just lost on time, like 4 moves ago. In-game magician. If it wasn't for the increment, I would have no chance. Can you imagine if I was trying to play? What's up with my internet? You know, dude, why is my internet so bad? This is Comcast. We hung mate in one. Good job. Good job. Yep, you won. That was the first time he's beat me. But I don't know what's up with my increment and my lag. Like, this is ridiculous. Scoble really turned it on there at the end. Move 11, what's up? Cheesy mate. Like, pretty obvious, but I was concerned with even making any move without just losing on time because of the lag. Endgame Magician now, another tricky player. This is Eddie Barber, right? Okay. But he said he didn't know how to challenge me, which is weird. He's got a +2 to 1 score against me, and he didn't know how to challenge me? That's weird. Alright. We had this before. I think Queen A5. Previously, the same position. It still feels like I have lag. But I mean, this should show up as way more. 170, and I can't pick up the pieces. What's up with that? Does anybody understand? Why do I have so much trouble picking up the pieces? You know, that's why I don't really like this browser-based chess. When I used to play on other sites that weren't browser-based, it didn't seem like, you know, the lag would show up in actually physically picking up the pieces. I mean, at least, you know, lag me, but let me move the pieces when I want to move them. You know, even like just make the time disappear or something. But I literally like can't pick up the pieces like they're glued down. Gingy did that to somebody on the Olympic team once. He literally, Walter Brown, he literally was tired of him getting in time pressure every game, and he, like, as a joke, went to the Olympiad, to the tournament hall, and glued down Brown's, like, Najdorf pawn. But that's the way it is here. I can't pick up the pieces. Eddie Barber, endgame magician. So he's got a high rapid rating, 1900, pretty credible, incredible. We're getting very, very strong players challenging today. The browser sucks. You think I should just play on a different browser? Like, would this be better if I was to play on... Would it be better if I was to play on, like, Google Chrome? Would that make a massive difference in... Would you think if I played on Google Chrome or another browser, would I be able to pick up my pieces? You know, when I had, like, a time pressure situation? Or would they still be glued down? I mean, this is like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's really weird. Okay, I don't know. Endgame Magician. I don't know this variation. What should I play, like H3? Yeah, but I mean, who wants to support Google? You know, they have billions and billions of dollars. Why do you want to support a company like that? You know, I don't see the reason. You know, I already support them by using, like, Gmail. But I hate the idea of supporting Google unnecessarily. Alright, Bishop G7, D7, whatever. It's like playing on chess.com or something. I don't want to support, like, an evil entity by using their products if I don't have to. I'm using Windows. I'm using Firefox. I like Firefox because it's, like, you know, not a multi-trillion-dollar corporation. Okay, Bishop D7. I guess that's a solid move. I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I feel like I'm playing Benjamin Gladura or something. In-game magician. Quite a strong player. No, I mean, it's not shots. I don't like chess.com. I mean, it's just, you know, like a... It's just a fact, you know? For many reasons. My browser was hacked. No, it's my lag, but why are my pieces glued down, you know? I want to pick up my pieces when I want to pick up my pieces. I don't like that I go to pick it up and I can't literally move it, you know? That sucks. Everything is owned by trillionaires. Lice monster, unfortunately. It seems. Yeah. Well, I mean, soon, like, lichess will probably be bought by... And then I'll stop playing there. When lichess sells out. Hopefully that will happen. Black's, like, literally playing perfectly here. Don't like my position. Queen d2. Queen d2 loses a pawn. He's 2-1 against me so far. So it's 30-30, 5 plus 3, and now 30-30. I beat him in the simul game somehow. But already black has probably easier position to play here. I don't really know what to do. Plus he's faster than me too. Difficult having monopolies. Knight d5 right away allows knight d5, knight d5, bishop g7, knight e3. No doubt he'll see that, you know. Seems like an enormously strong player, this guy. But I say that about everybody. But I'm serious. It's like one after another. I'm getting like the most difficult opponents I normally have. Nefedov. We had, who else? The last game against Scoble. Actually, I've had a perfect score against him, so. But they weren't easy games. I'm surprised that Scoble hadn't scored against me previously, to be honest. I don't like my position. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. While using a window, it's trivial to choose Firefox over Chrome. Maybe. But I mean, is it gonna really... I didn't really think it would make a difference, to be honest. That's the reason, Bob. I really didn't think they would be that much worse. How much worse can it be? You know what I mean? Wow. Endgame Magician just crushes me. He's 1400 in bullet. That's a little strange, Endgame Magician. That's a little strange. That's like Nefedov. How could you be 1400 in bullet? Lee chess, there are too many... Dude, welcome to internet chess. I'll just resign this. I don't really see a reason to play on here. I just totally got crushed. I don't think there's a trick like b4, queen c7. I could just resign. This was like a 0-0-0 perfect game by black. I mean, I don't know. Just looks like perfect moves. Overlooked knight takes c3. I'm too distracted worrying about my browser. Apparently he did make it an accuracy, knight e5. I'm really not playing well, guys. Sorry about this. But I'm not going to play this out. It looks like I'm just lost. I'm just losing 2 pieces for a rook. I mean, I'm kind of in a bad way here today. I don't like this. I thought I'm just lost. The computer says it's not that bad, but it looks horrible. I'm just going to resign. So he didn't even play perfectly. But I'm very slow. I'm having a bad day. Lost a couple of games, and I feel like I'm kind of demoralized. All right, let's go on to the next game. Clash Kid. All right, Clash Kid, what's up, man? Yeah. Sure, Nefedov. I don't think that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with me, really. Opposition's too strong. Jumpin' Jackson's here from chess.com. Yeah, no, b4 in between doesn't do anything. He just plays queen c7. The same variation. The Clash Kid game won't be easy. He's a good player. Same variation. My last opponent plays like he's like a master, basically. Yeah, but this stream, I don't know. This is my record number of losses in one session, I think. The guy's like 3-1 against me now. Like, dude, what is your real strength? Okay, Queen D3. He's like a grandmaster. It was a bad blunder though. I just dropped pieces, but I was very distressed about my position. I thought I had been outplayed significantly already. Okay, here H3 again, another week. He's USCF 1900. You know I have like 30-0 scores against most people who are rated USCF 1900. Eddie Barber, like 30-0 or something like 20-0 or maybe like 15 and a half or something like that. That's my typical score against USCF 1900s. For the most part. Like, they basically don't even get draws against me in a single game. So, it's interesting. If you averaged my score against USCF 1900s in the last 30 years, it would be like 115 to 5 or something like that. H3, bishop d7. This is solid for black. Blitz would be pretty much the same, though. You know, probably totally dominating. If you get up to like 2100, you can start scoring against player of my rating, typically. Yeah. I'm not having a good day. Certain players I just play against, they never seem to make mistakes. It's tough. This looks like a blunder by Clash Kid. I think Clash Kid is around 2,000 FIDE or something like that. A little higher than 1900 USCF. But he's human. He makes some mistakes. He also plays very tough sometimes, inconsistent. I think also if you play a lot of games with someone, typically you get a big score. Like I have 74.5, 27.5 against Clash Kid. Psychologically, you start to have an advantage. You know, most people are afraid of higher rated players, but that doesn't seem to be the case, you know, all the time. People get kind of psyched out. I guess I could take this pawn, but he gets counterplay. Queen takes. Rook a8, queen takes b7, rook takes a2. Queen takes a7, rook a8, queen e3, e6 is what I was looking at. That doesn't make sense though, because I can just go back, so I can just take this literally. Okay, he has. I'm not calculating well today. He has e6 immediately. Then my knight has to go back to c3, but that's good as well. So I don't know. This looks good. Like we're just taking this pawn. Eric Rosen won against Magnus Carlsen. Dude, it's bullet chess. I mean, give me a break. You know, okay, that's totally garbage. Throwing the pieces around, hanging pieces. I mean, that doesn't count. You know, that's not real chess at all. It just doesn't count. It's not. It's just like you might as well just, you know, flip a coin for who won the game. Eric Rosen or anybody beating anybody in bullet chess, it just doesn't count. It's not chess, dude. It's irrelevant. It just totally, it just doesn't matter. At least, like, you know, that's not chess. If you want to believe it is, that's fine. But I mean, it's up to you. It's just, a different thing. Whatever. You know, if you said like the dude beat him in like 5-0 or 5+3, and that's an upset, you know. Yeah, the guy was harassing me or something. There's some reason I banned him from the stream, Bob. But let's leave it alone, because I don't want to, you know, shame people in the stream. That's disturbing. Okay, Queen B6, guys. We're gonna take the rest of these 5+3 challenges. I'm gonna be playing for another hour. If you have personal problems with anyone, Bob, don't worry about it here in the stream. Just deal with it. Deal with it in your own way, but let's not single them out. All right. Queen B4, Queen B5. I want to get my queen back to the position. If it's down to flipping a coin, all right, Nefidov, fine, dude. Magnus is better at moving fast than other people too. I mean, sure, Nefidov, you play a lot of bullet. Obviously, like, you're a defender of bullet chess. That totally makes sense. Or you're just trying to be argumentative. Sure, dude, he's still better than the other people, but you don't get the point that it doesn't matter, you know, Pavel. I mean, it's just absolute garbage throwing the pieces around, dropping pieces, complete, you know, waste of time. That's my point, you know. You're just, yes, Magnus is still better. His strength is still relevant, of course, but it's just like, okay, so Magnus dropped a queen against Eric Rosen in 1 minute chess or something. What does that mean? You know, it means literally nothing. I think it's just, I just can't stand bullet. I mean, it's better things to do with your time. And it's making a lot of people, like, especially beginners, have a very bad idea of like how to get better at chess. You know, I mean, in most cases, they're just wasting their time playing 1 minute chess instead of really getting better at the game. Guess who's drunk again? Oh no, Nils. You're not going to start a bit war, are you? Not today. We've had such a bad stream. I don't deserve it. I lost 3 games already. Alright. So knight there to e4. Knight there. He's like trying to trick me. I'm ranting. No, I'm angry. I lost 3 games. What am I supposed to do? Have a party? Celebrate? I'm not used to losing constantly. I don't mind like losing one here or there, you know, but I'm not going to be happy when I lose a whole bunch of games back to back to back. Queen F5 is his idea. All right, I don't know what's with me today. I love ranting. Basically, he averted like my killer cheapo with knight e4. And Magnus lost in that previous titled arena. Okay, the guy's good, though. That guy's good. You know, would Magnus lose in a blitz tournament to the Vietnamese guy? Probably not. You know, would he lose in a rapid tournament? Definitely not. You know, so time control counts for something. You know, the faster the time control, the more random it is. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You know, it doesn't take, you know, whatever. It doesn't take a mechanical engineer to figure that out. Just focus on the game. I try to focus on the game as well as the stream, but I mean, Clash Kid is a pretty good player, but he's making some mistakes, which is the way it's supposed to be. We all make mistakes normally, well, most of us, including myself. We should have some attack now. It looks like. No, Nils, it's cool. I was just kidding. I was being negative because I was losing when you came along with the bit donation. Good job defending. Probing for weaknesses. Bowling for dollars. Anybody? That was a TV show when I was a little kid, I think. I know the bullet arena is tonight, or whatever the titled arena. Wow, oh no, so the B5 with counterplay. You'd think I would be like crashing through here, but I still don't have a knockout. Damn. And that's a good move. That's really sucks. Alright, well, we're trying to flag him. We're trying to flag him here. That's the main goal now. Never try to do what I'm doing. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't play for as an increment. Technically winning position for white. What's with me today? Wasn't in good form. Self-reflection. Man, Clash Kid, good D. Forcing me on the defensive. Wait, do I have a mate? 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 There's no mate. Queen h6. Ooh. After Queen h6, though, it's hard for him to defend against that, isn't it? Back where you came from. No, he had this defense. My God. Queen d7. He didn't blunder. I'm looking for Queen b7, man, and I walked right into Queen d7. Wow, good D, dude. This is hard. I'm just waiting for him to die, and he won't die. And it's like hard to convert. Excellent defense. Damn. I have no idea how to make progress. I mean, this is excellent defense. But he's that good, man. I mean, look at him. Pawn down. He was getting brutalized, and he's just hanging on like really tough here. He was brutalized. He was probably done in the middle game, but I didn't see a way to put him away. This is tough. I really don't know what to do. Man, I literally don't know what to do. This sucks. I can't even trade queens or anything, or trade anything. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to make progress. I'm like a clear pawn up. I thought I had an attack against this king, and I literally have nothing. Man, this is pretty brutal. I literally don't know what to do. I can't win a single game. My God. Why doesn't anybody ever make a blunder of some sort? I mean, that's kind of weird, right? Damn, dude. Well, that's finally a mistake. Finally a mistake. Man. He was hanging on so well there. He let me push a4, which was like the critical juncture. This is another blunder. My God. Is that seriously defending? So I have to do a6. Wow, he didn't even try to take it. Can you imagine if I tried a faster time control? How bad it would be today? Try to play 5-0. Hawaii 5-0. I normally play 5-0 in my own time if I wasn't annotating the games, you know. Man, we took out Clash Kid, but that was brutal. I had to play 46 moves. And I think he was hanging on. You guys trolling? You're trolling me? Eddie Barber donated 1,001 bits. Wow. Thank you for the donation. One of my three, what do you call people who beat you? Vanquishers. One of my 3 vanquishers from the day donated 1,001 bits to the stream. Clash Kid cannot play in time pressure. I think you're lying, man. You did pretty well until I finally got in a4. But if we go back a minute, Eddie Barber, thank you for the donation. Clash Kid for 200 bits. But what's up with the moment when I played a4? Here, you had frozen me like to that point. I mean, maybe white's winning, but it wasn't easy, and I thought you did a good job defending to this point. If I could get the 2 pawns united, then I'm winning, but I couldn't get the a pawn to a4. See, that's the thing here, where I think you may have... Okay, maybe it's not defensible, but it's still, you had a good chance for a while. Here, I'm not sure. if there was a better defense. You know, allowing a4 looked decisive. Yeah, but Eddie Barber, I mean, I felt like you played the opening really well too. You know, it wasn't just that I just hung a piece. Why did I hang a piece against you? Because I was in very bad time pressure. Because I was uncomfortable. Because you put pressure on me. See, it's not as simple as just me hanging a piece. Like, I don't just hang pieces randomly. Like, normally there's a factor behind it. Like, in that case, I didn't really feel comfortable. I felt you would outplay me in the opening. I was feeling like black was better even before I hung the piece. You know, that's the thing. You put pressure on someone, and then you force them to make mistakes. I didn't just, like, hang a piece in a winning position. You know, I lost the piece because I was already feeling very strong pressure from the opponent. And a kind of subtle opening. It's like, you know, if I just dropped a piece for no reason, well, it happens. I sort of did, but I did it because I was flustered already. I didn't like the game. You know, I didn't like playing a3 either. You know, I didn't like my position at all. You put me in an uncomfortable situation. Clash Kid, thank you for the donation. I don't like symmetrical English. Yeah. I don't like it for either side, to be honest. Surya and Beware the Cat. Surya's playing another game. Maybe we'll let him finish that game. He's playing the guy in 5+3, ironically. We'll play Beware the Cat. I don't want him to have to play, like... I don't want him to have to play a simul. I literally blundered, but, you know... Typically people make blunders, especially strong players. They're not just making blunders in pressure unless there's pressure on them. It wasn't like, maybe my concentration wasn't great, but I think that I made a blunder because of the pressure. Send challenges, Beware the Cat. I'm going to stream for another hour here, so 5+3 unrated, because I'm not giving away all my few rating points that I have remaining. Clash Kid, oh, you donated to stay on top. Actually, where is Nils in the bit donations? And don't forget about Amy. Amy is the owner of my phone, the previous owner of my phone. So she's expecting donations as well. And my health care. we have to pay for health care. Obamacare. Bob, don't forget to support the stream. Belgian beer. And that's why I lost to Scobell, because of the Belgian beer. Too much Belgian beer. Alright, Beware the Cat is not moving. They must have expected to be next. I skipped over my other challenge from Surya because... Or Surya. I say it like it's Hungarian. He's busy playing another game. Then I got a 5-0 from Amar Sanaga. Amar, if you can re-challenge me to 5+3, because I'm ridiculously slow. Support Blue Cross Blue Shield. Yeah, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it's like playing, it's like, what did the healthcare guy say? It's like the Lamborghini of the healthcare world, Bob. Alright, it's a name. We're going to play Take Back, because I'm not going to play someone who's, like, playing a simul. Alright, so I take back e4. Another tough player. Man. You guys are rough. Don't tell me take back's not going to move. Okay, good. But healthcare is ridiculous in this country. I mean, it's expensive everywhere, no doubt. I don't think there's any solution, any easy solution to the woes of healthcare. But just don't give anybody your phone number online. Don't enter your phone number to an online healthcare policy search, because you will have a day where people just call your phone for 100,000 times. I almost lost it a couple times today. 7 pints. Raining like hell. Yeah, I wish I could drink 7 pints of beer, Nefedov. I've been able to do that in a while. Too many responsibilities. I'd like to get back to that as soon as possible. Alright, we're going to play BG5 here. I play this with black as well. I have for a long time. So I like when you hear estimates, you should pay 20% of your income for healthcare. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty scary. That's the way it should be. Another Russian player. Why did you say that, Nafidov? Take back is Russian. Russian because I played the Petrov. What are you talking about? Special players. So e6 is like old school. This is super old school. Botvinnik. It's a miserable line to play versus a good strong positional player, said Clash Kid. What are you guys talking about? 10 symmetrical over the board games, 9 of them were draw. I used to play the symmetrical. I've been playing it for a while. Infinite Flash Chess, and I also kind of discouraged. I lost like the only game I've lost to a, let's say, 2200-ish player last year with Black in a symmetrical English. This old IM played like a freaking genius. But man, I don't like lose to 2200s too often. This guy just played a great game, but I was playing Black, like trying to play for a win on the Black side was symmetrical, and played a kind of risky variation. But I don't think I want to continue playing the symmetrical English with Black. I mean, if you want to play for a draw, it's okay, but honestly, if you want to play for a win, I don't think it's a great choice. It's only 145 million people in Russia. You know each other. In Romania, sadly, you have to pay a high percentage of salary for healthcare, but it's still bad. Yeah, the same probably in Hungary. All right, so bishop e5, bishop d7. Black's a little passive here. I ought to be able to support like b4. Maybe I'm supposed to take on c6 at some point. That will give up my good bishop. Alright, we got more challenges now. We're streaming till 6:45, I expect, today. Uh-oh. Wow. Not an expected move. I mean, okay, b6 is... b6 itself is normal in this type of structure, of course, but queen a4, rook c8, and then what, b4? I mean, among other things, I think this move is okay. Except for the fact that it doesn't work. You could get an acerbate. Now this is the acerbate position. Like a6, bishop takes. I'm sorry to pick on you, acerbate, but that game the other day that you showed me where you allowed c5, major positional mistake. We get acerbate position basically after a6, bishop takes c6, b5. And now even if I just move my queen away and he takes back with the bishop on c6, he gets the acerbate structure. White has this pawn on c5 that's just a protected passer. An example from acerbate's submitted game yesterday. Not good. Acerbate survived somehow. He magically stole the guy's pawn on c5 and it ended up like winning the game. But it's just a disaster. You don't want that to happen. You don't want white to have a protected pass pawn on c5. Communist country. Well, I don't think it's... Is it still communist? Technically? Alright. Queen c7. This is actually an unexpected surprise. I didn't think he could get away with this. But maybe it's a good move. You'd think, oh, there'd be something about the queen on c7. If there's a c file, maybe a bishop will hit it. But actually, queen c7 is a pretty good move. I don't think the communists are still in charge in Russia. But okay. Fish rat cow. But I'm sure it's hard to get the accurate hold on the population of Russia. Queen c7. Good move. What am I supposed to do? Bishop f4. Hey, maybe that's a good move. Not really, not not gonna. It's not really great. Bishop f4, take, rook c8. No, there I've got queen b7 at the end of the day. Then he's got another trick, like rook c7. Man, what am I supposed to do? b4. So b4. That's a very shocking move, isn't it? We never expected b4. Now he has a5. Oh my god. So a5 is going to tear me up. Maybe now I really did it. I really did it to myself. Absolutely stupid. Okay, I can play bishop takes c6 and sack my queen. a4, I'm sorry, a5, bishop takes c6, b takes, a takes b, queen takes e8, take. This looks good for him. He played a6, getting the asterbate structure. Not quite. No, I mean, a5 really scared me there, take back. I think you might have a really strong move there. That's pretty devastating, I have a feeling. Now we just have to concede the bishop here. And still black's probably okay. He hasn't gone over the edge yet by playing b5. He hasn't committed allowing me the monster protected pass pawn. So essentially, it looks like black is still okay. Now I'm behind on the clock again. I mean, I do talk a lot, you know, and it's kind of a problem, but man, I guess the talking part really distracts me. b4 was reckless. I agree, Bob. I agree. I'm not being patient. What's up with me today? Too much stress from those callers, Bob. Thank you, Clash Kid Eddie Barber, for the donations for Amy today. And they took too much out of me. Oh, I'm like stuttering and stuff. They took too much out of me, Bob. The healthcare callers from earlier in the day. Too much stress. Now here's an interesting situation. I'm going to take this, and maybe I shouldn't do that, but I'm getting low on time. And I wanted to illustrate this type of position anyway. So we have the classic Nimzovich sort of thing, where the bishops are actually not very good in the lock structure. I lost a game to this guy Josef Friedman, I remember, in this type of structure. White's just better here. I also lost against Vui Vin, the Vietnamese GM. A rapid game, I recall, and the black side of this type of thing, where he just has the queenside majority. Majority. But still, takeback is not giving up without a fight, it looks like. But he has a very bad bishop on c6 in particular. We have a Nimzovichian sort of knight in a closed position on e5. Camel Culture, what's up? Thanks for subscribing, for getting subscribed. Where is Camel Culture? Is he here? I didn't see him. Could you talk in your own Twitch chat right now? What? Say what? Yeah, I'm talking too much already. Why not a4? Well, yeah, this stupid question. No, a good move, probably, but I think we have a hole here. I mean, he's going to take on c5, and I can't take back with the d pawn without dropping my b4 pawn. So a4, and I'm going to lose on time. Alright. I'm going to keep it simple because I'm so short of time. You know, first of all, not the greatest move in the world, but h3. I don't want to get back rank mated. Wow. That was pretty cool. Bishop b5, you tricked me. Okay. Now we play for attack. Shirav Udasin. Nimzo Indian. My queenside, he's really frozen me. My queenside advantage, where did it go? Guys are awesome for supporting the stream. I'm surprised we got as many viewers as we did, considering the... Oh no, the asterbate structure. Alright. Considering that the bullet tournament is today, the elite bullet disaster. Okay. He's a believer in the bad bishop. I'm going to go with the flow here. This may be a mistake. like most of my moves. Looks risky, and is. This is very risky. He's going after the pawn. He's being a materialist. But we're thematically going for what we've got here. John Fedorovich says, think a lot, think about all you got. And that's all I got, basically, this f4, f5 break. There was other primitive stuff with like rook e3, rook g3, but take back is in trouble now. He didn't really get much going on. Is there some tricks? More tricks? Does that work? f6 takes, rook h6. Whoa. Now my internet is gonna like lag out again. Good D. We're having frozen pieces. Not frozen pizza, but frozen pizzas. Frozen pieces. We're having frozen pieces for dinner. I love it. I just can't move when there's like lag. That bishop is definitely spectator mode. Is this a stupid move or is that constructive in some way? Probably not. Man, that was a dumb idea. That was one of my dumber ideas. Okay, I'm not like losing or something after that. Really dumb idea. We actually won on time. Congrats on the way you make my streams. Thank you. I'm sorry I was a little grumpy today after losing several games. Starting to get angry. Alright, Surya. Is Surya done? Has he done his simul yet? Okay, he's done his simul. We're gonna play him. I didn't want to have to play like more than one game at the same time. If he's not, if he's not here. Alright, so C4. No symmetrical English, right guys? I already had a game though against who was it against? Darn it. Who did I play that game against? Oh, Percy Hepworth. Okay, the other English was against Percy, and that was a stupid game for me. I got forced to play a C3 Sicilian with reverse colors that I have no clue how to play, because I hate the C3 Sicilian. Now E3, he's playing like genius, because that's a good way to play against the Grand Prix attack, which was my plan basically. So I also have a loss in the 4 Knights English here, so I'm not happy right now. Dim with 200. Wow, Dim with 240 bits. This is a good solution. He knows what he's doing, apparently, which I'm not happy about. So he's 1550, but very incisive in the opening. When you try to play like when you try to play this, he goes E3. Maybe he just got lucky. I don't know. With very quick D5 now. And where does the knight belong? I don't know. Both retreats are possible. Dim, thank you. So Nils isn't... Whoa, Nils donated again, and I totally missed it. Sorry, guys. Nils donated again. 700. All right, good night. Thank you so much, man. I'm sorry I didn't call it out. Nils was 700, so he's donated 1,400 this week. Dim with 1,040. Clash Kid with 1,002. Am I going to send a challenge? So Nils is out. He said he's out. He's all in for 700. Thank you for the donations, guys. Support the healthcare. And Amy. Alright, support the Pandas. The Panda family. But we had a bad start today. Hello. I'm not warmed up yet. I need to just let it loose. Basically a King's Indian type structure. It was a tough game. Infinite flash chess. You did a good job holding your rook active prior to rook takes c3. Last game we're talking about there with infinite flash chess. I just could have won a piece and I didn't. Okay, I'm a little bit out of it. No, I'm just concerned. I was reading the stream, didn't really pay attention. and I could have won a piece. Yeah. Coordination of the pieces, guys. Pieces that are blocked together too much. That's why I prefer knight b8 to knight e7 when I retreated earlier. What I call spacing. There's not really a lot of discussion in chess books about this coordination concept, where your pieces are just kind of crammed into a little box. But this is generally not what you want to do. And I missed it for a move. You know, I would normally see, you know, immediately, but I was reading the stream. So queen takes d3. We're up a piece here. It's a very good Dutch. We're just winning for black. So queen c2 was a catastrophic mistake. In an otherwise reasonable position. I think he's played okay here. And this is a perfectly playable position for white. Pretty blocked. Not really my favorite type position for white, but it's okay. Losing against students is not always bad. It seems you're a better teacher than you think. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind losing sometimes, but not too often. I don't want to make it a habit. Like I lose like 3 games a stream. Then like people start opening up like forums on, you know, we'll get the trolls on like Reddit or something saying that I'm, you know, I suck. Whatever. Okay, a4. I titled the stream Tricky Fish, so actually now it's changed. That's weird. Dude, my stream just changed. What do you guys see when you see my stream name, by the way? My stream on my Twitch like changed its name back. It was called Tricky Fish something, and now it's changed itself back to You Touchie You Movie, which was my original name. What's up with that? What do you guys got for a stream title for me? I feel like mine just reverted back. Well, this is a strong maneuver. He's got double knights coming into e6. Check him out. Actually, white's only problem was a tactical mistake. Now another mistake. So you got to play knight d4 there. You got a very strong threat of bishop takes e5 followed by knight e6 with a good control of that square. But by playing this move first, you disable yourself from being able to go into d4. Feels like Surya is a player who has some strategic concept, but he's not calculating enough. Yours says Touchy Movie. Wow, that's weird. So I changed it. It said Tricky Fish, and now it's like changed back again to Touchy Movie. Maybe they didn't like my new stream title. I don't know how long it's been like that. That's weird. You remember that post on Reddit, yeah. Hopefully, like, you know, it will never be deleted. We can always just remember it and live by it, basically. Guys, don't forget I have a YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. You can check it out. If you don't like it, screw you. No, I'm just kidding. You can check out the YouTube channel. I haven't uploaded any independent stuff in a long time. Been going through a lot of stuff with my personal life, so we're a little bit. And I'm actually supposed to be doing some videos for like iChess on some openings, some small video series on iChess. I haven't got around to doing that. On like a couple of videos for an opening encyclopedia project for iChess. I can't do anything. Just too busy. But I do have the video, you know, channel YouTube, and we do technically upload all the streams to that. So check it out. Video Chess Training on YouTube. You know, another chess coach has lost around 250 points to viewers. Well, I mean, I think that if I was playing competitively, you know, my viewer, my rating would be higher probably. I'm a little stronger than this in blitz, but I'd have to play, you know, constantly. I was actually quite a strong blitz player, believe it or not. But it takes a lot of devotion, and you really got to be focused. But I'm focusing more on principles and teaching people. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Alex. You know, what are you looking for? Are you trying to just win, or are you trying to teach people to play chess better? I mean, these are very different things. I become much more oriented in teaching chess principles and trying to play according to principle. Surya. I think we must have played Surya. I thought we played Surya before, but I guess not. It just reminds me of Ganguly, the Indian grandmaster who I played when he was a kid. We had a really epic game. It was insane. And it was a draw, but I was really upset. Like, I didn't win. I was winning, and he defended like a genius. I think there was like a queen sacrifice or something. And it was very, I needed to win the game to make an IM norm, then I had to like win another game later in the tournament. It was very, very tough. SS Ganguly. Surya something. Okay, rook takes e7. Bob, have you been following me longer than I thought. Is this your first account? Your Super GM. But your lichess rating reflects something different. That's your first account. First account, what are you guys talking about? On Reddit now? Yeah, Bob has to highlight the like stupid comment that some troll put in there. That's Bob's job, to basically highlight stuff that I don't want highlighted. Uh-oh. Used to be Brundle, Philly. Oh yeah, vaguely remember that, Bob. Well, the World Series is on tonight. I totally forgot. The only sport I ever really played competitively other than chess, if you consider that a sport, is baseball. And you probably don't appreciate that unless you're either Japanese or American or Korean, maybe. Dude, you gotta stop defending here. Really. I mean, knight f2 is a nightmare. Is he gonna have perpetual check? Queen e8? He has a freaking perpetual check. Like, bishop e3. Man, that's brutal. Bishop e3. If I literally play that, it's queen e8 check, king g7, queen g7 check. He makes a draw. So now, it's like back to the drawing board. Literally. It's gonna take me a year to win now. Okay, I have bishop d3, for whatever that's worth. Maybe that works. Trying to make progress here, but it's amazingly difficult to do. We have a very subtle threat. Nils, he blew my brains out. What? Waiting for somebody to top me in the bit count. What? Nobody seems to have the nuts to do it. Wait. But Nils is counting for the day, I think. Wait a minute. No, maybe Clash Kid is counting for the day. I mean, how are we doing this? Guys. Sure, you blundered mate in one. That's the decision as to whether we're counting for the day or for the week or what. Is that a challenge to Bob? Nils is the weekly leader. I don't have a tally for today. Can I change it? Let me see. Can we reset it so it says for the day? I can't tell. Okay, guys. We've got like 40 minutes left, I think. Ignis has challenged me. We already played, so let's play someone different. Amar, wait a minute. Amar re-challenged, right? He was 5-0. Oh god, don't remind me. When was the last time I blundered a mate in one like that against Scoble? I swear it wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for that stupid lag thing with my pieces. I was just so worried about not being able to pick a piece up that I just made the first move I could find and got mated in one by Scoble. I have excuses for everything. I'm a master of excuses. But I just blundered mate in one against Scobell in a winning position. That was sad. That was the second win that took the wind out of my sails. Alright. I haven't moved my neck in like 2 hours. It's really healthy. We need to do like exercises on the stream or something. Clash Kid is like, now I see. Alright, this isn't the player. Oh man, Clash crushed with a $3.99 bit donation. He's up to 1401, taking out Nils. Yeah, I didn't highlight Nils's original donation, the second donation of 700 enough. I did get to it eventually. Clash probably left the area. Clash Kid with $3.99. He's up to 1401. I'm tired of playing the English Open. I can't do it anymore. I gotta stop with this knight f3. I like knight f3, but c4 is boring. I'm gonna play this. 2 knights. Rebecca Harris, what? Carlson blundered a mate. I don't know who Rebecca Harris is. I have seen that guy around. Yes, 1 minute chess happens. Grandmaster blunders. Mate in one. But 1 minute chess, you can be forgiven. I had an increment of 3 seconds. But I swear, if it hadn't been for the lag, that would never happen. Really, because I'm normally able to be calm with a 3 second increment. The problem was against Scopo that I was literally having that sick lag, so I had to play as if I had no increment, and that's why I blundered mate on h7, which I never do if I have, normal connection and I'm not worried about not being able to pick up the pieces. Enough excuses. Okay, Percy Hepworth. You like boring. Well, I played the English all my life, basically, since I was starting out in my first rated tournaments. And lately, I got a little bit... I didn't play the English exclusively. I played a lot of different openings, but English has featured in my repertoire. But lately, I don't know, my games have been... I've been kind of depressed by the English opening. It feels like you're... It just feels like you're giving up too much. Knight f3, on the other hand, is a little more central. I mean, Knight f3 controls 2 central squares. Okay, the Ponda. It controls d4 and e5. If you play c4, you're controlling only d5. So it seems like, from that perspective, Knight f3 is like a superior move from the purist standpoint. So Amar Sanaga basically lost the tempo here. We're playing the 150 attack. That's weird. I go bishop g5, bishop e3, knight g4, bishop g5, knight back to f6 unprovoked. Now if h6, he's doing a hippo. Very early hippo here. The early hippo. Show no mercy. I don't know, guys. I was besieged by insurance salesmen today. I think that's what did it to me. We've got to admit that was not fun to have like 100 people call my landline today and offer me health insurance. Yeah, all right. I don't know. This is one of many moves I could play. I will recommend it if you play the black side of the modern or Pierce. Probably either you play bishop g7 and you castle, or you don't put it there at all. Leave it on f8. You like your username, Sparkle Horse? Yeah, it was a great one of the best. There's not so many actually, but one of the best. That's from Weiss Monsters. No, yeah, Weiss Monsters. Okay, recognize the Sparkle Horse. Most people think I'm a brony person, but it's just, yeah, at that time I was listening to that quite a bit. So, all right, actually, Amar Sanaga is looking pretty good here. I mean, this is theory. We'll probably find some Antoinetta Stefanova game or something with white. But not clearly that great for white, really. I have some small advantage. There's no convincing attack here. Maybe we go h4. What do you guys think? Oh, I hung a pawn. I think this is a worthy gambit. You take the pawn on e4 at your own risk, sir. I think that's dangerous. Yeah, Sparkle Horse is the inspiration for my handle, of course. So he goes h5 now, and then we plop a knight on g5. And this is really very important when you play any kind of bishop h6, h4 type of thing. I mean, to be able to put the knight on g5 as an almost permanent outpost. Still not so easy. I guess just d5 is I'm castled queenside in the Benoni. That doesn't seem really right to me. I have take on c5 and e5. Is that going to be something? Can I do this? It's kind of wrong in a way. Feels wrong. How strong is this guy? It's scaring me. He's very uncompromising. For a relatively low-rated player, he's quite uncompromising. I was in bad form today. I make no excuses. Maybe I had too much coffee. I have to find. I make every excuse. Welcome, guys, to the stream. If you're late, on time is on time. Late is inexcusable. Early is on time is late, and late is inexcusable. That's what we used to say back in the day. Wow, nice move with d takes c5. Forcing moves. Infinite Flash Chess was analyzing Mr. Donkey's book. Charles Hurtan entered. He actually is a guy I know very well. He's a crazy guy. We travel together sometimes. Charlie wrote a book called Forcing Chess Moves. But anyways, it's funny 'cause, like, I always thought Charlie was like a great endgame player and strategist, but kind of weak tactically. Ironically, he writes a book called like Forcing Chess Moves about tactics. But it just depends on the matchup between the players. Charlie was like a better strategist than me. Maybe at that time. But anyways, I just bring it up because I saw that Infinite Flash Chess. And why did I bring it up again? Now I forgot. I got distracted by my own thoughts. How do we put him away here? So, Mr. Donkey. So what he did was, this is before my time, but he, I guess he was doing too much drugs or LSD in the 70s or so. I don't know, but he basically, like, I guess let his USCF expire and then rejoined the US Chess Federation with the name Mr. Donkey. Like, he literally signed up like his legal name was Mr. Donkey, and they actually like registered him in a tournament with the name Mr. Donkey. It's a very strange thing. I don't know, man. He's a crazy guy. He's like a hermit in Western Massachusetts. From what I know, it's sad because he got very strong. I mean, he got very close to IM, and he probably had a norm or two, and didn't get the title. But he was an easy person to share a room with. But he's a bright person. He was a strong player, very talented. But I felt like he gave up on the IM, like strangely right before he probably should have made the title. He would have made it, but he gave up prematurely, which, I don't know. I don't know why people do what they do. If I had like 2 norms or something for GM, I would become a GM. I'm not going to quit like when I'm that close to it, It's strange. You have an impression you're still doing poker whilst playing chess. I can now clearly tell when you think your position is worse. Well, I hope you didn't think I was thinking I was worse here, Nefidov, because that definitely is not the case. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to be Mr. Poker Face with the positions. Why don't I just take with the pawn? I guess queen takes is good, though. Then he has f6. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're serious? He has f6? Oh, my God. So I literally need to do this. The last time I stayed with Hurtan at a tournament, it was awful. That was a long time ago, but he became too difficult to deal with. He was a nightmare. He's a good guy, though, but difficult to live with. Alright, so pawn takes pawn. We're going to take this pawn. Take the pawn. But Charlie wrote a funny article. A funny article involving me one time. Alright. The story when I moved twice. He was there at the tournament when I moved twice against this old guy. I tried to make 2 moves in a row. And he wrote a funny story about it. An entire article about a tournament, but... that's the guy whose beer you drank? No, that's not sure what you're talking about there, Astrobate. You're talking to somebody else? A chessable version? Black has lost finally. He did a good job, like, hanging in this game. Did I drink somebody's beer? I forgot about that. That's somebody else. Asteroid must be talking about somebody else. I moved twice. You ever see someone sit down at the wrong table? That kind of thing happens. I think I saw it happen at the U.S. Open one time with some senior citizen. They literally, like, sat down at the wrong board and started to play somebody else's game. You know it's time for the geriatric home when you start playing the wrong game, I mean, that's seriously messed up. I might move twice in a row, but I'm not going to start playing somebody else's game. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I saw this literally happen. This, like, 80-year-old guy, like, at the U.S. Open in the under, he's, like, playing someone else's position. That's ridiculous. Okay, we're playing Camel Culture Chess 960 here. I'm white. I get to move first. All right. Let's think about this. I'm terrible in openings at Chess 960. Literally, the rest of the game I'm okay, but I play the opening very, very badly on purpose just to throw people off. So I have no clue. Really, I need like Chess 960 opening training. Let's try f4. Hey, I'm activating my queen, weakening my king, and activating the bishop on g1. Seems like a good deal. Controlling the center. You love books, you're not good at finishing chess, but you don't have to finish them, man. That's not important. Just derive what you want and what you can, Derive as much as you can before you get bored. There's no special prize for finishing the books, but at least start a lot of them. My friend called this the double Dutch. We had a friend who played f4, f5 in an over-the-board game when I was starting out, and we made fun of him. He said, "Oh, I thought it was a symmetrical English." It was kind of funny. But I just wasted a lot of time. Chess 960, I don't mind playing some Chess 960 here and there. I don't want to do too many. Thanks again, Clash Kid Nils and Dim. We also had donations from Eddie Barber of 1,000 bits, 1,001 bits. Merle Dixon was not in the house today, so our top four: Clash Kid, Nils, Dim, Eddie Barber. Thank you guys. The next stream's going to be Sunday. I didn't mention this yet. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's EDT USA time. I'm here for the foreseeable future for now, in the U.S. So if you guys want private lessons, just head up to Massachusetts. No, C6, already, I always feel like I'm worse. On, like, move 2, I did something wrong again. I feel like I'm always worse whenever I play Chess 960. No matter if I'm worse or not, yeah, I just have this perception that I'm always worse in the opening, no matter what I do. It seems ridiculous, like my bishop is buried on b1. Probably that's a mistake. I guess I can try to play e4, but then I'll hang the f4 pawn, so that's no good. g3 looks like stupid. This bishop is buried. That's not good. I think I made a serious error not liberating that. See, Camel Culture makes sense because he's playing like for that bishop's out, that bishop's good. I've got the other one obscured here on b1. They should have told the old guy he's also a GM. He started playing at the GM level too. Like, he's on the wrong board. I mean, okay. My opponent was pretty confused when I made 2 moves in a row, and it was an old guy, Probably, you would think he would do that, but I'm like a young player doing it against him. He literally like took too long to make his move, to the point where I was bored, and I just assumed he made a move, You know you're bored when you start imagining your opponent has made a move. That was weird. I think I did it a second time, but now I can't remember because it was like a more recent event, but there was no big deal about it. Like the last time I did it, we just kind of like laughed. Like I tried to move a piece and my opponent was like, haha, you already moved, and we just kind of let it go. The first time it was like a big deal, like the guy was all freaked out, and the second time we just kind of, let it go. But Hertan wrote the article and including the story about how I moved twice in a row. I guess he had never seen anyone do that. But I won the game in crushing fashion, and I think we annotated it for the article. This is my typical bad position in chess 960. I'm a good defender. And I'm hard to kill. That's what they say. So I'm tending to get bad positions on purpose. And I also looks like I'm defensively curling up into a ball here with all these pawn moves. Though honestly, Camel Culture's move looks kind of weird. Bishop d6 doesn't strike me as the most natural. But we can play a3. Try to make this work. He's putting his pieces outside the pawn chain, right? That's typically, I've got two as well. But like Korchnoi was good with this. He would say, you know, you want your pieces inside the pawn chain. I think Victor was one of the best players I can think of as an example of someone who played well in close positions and understood extremely well the coordination of the pieces and pawns. Oftentimes making many pawn moves, like in the English of closed English, good example. A lot of beginners don't understand. Guess I'm playing bishop takes g8. Where am I castling here? A lot of smoke clearing. I feel like I have a normal chess game. Position is... I still feel like black's better here. I feel like he's a move ahead in development. But he did commit his king to the queen side, so maybe I should do the same. You have to... It's so weird that you have to, like, castle by touching the rook. Sorry you were barely hearing. Yeah, I said Sunday 4:30 EDT. That's my normal time for the simul 20 plus players. 30:30 time control. Castle's queen side for both sides. Black's only slightly better. This is my standard. No, maybe he's not better though. I mean, the bishop outside there, it's actually very strangely placed. Best move possibly here for black is d6. Obviously d5. Putting the pawns in the correct color respective to his bishop would be okay. Camel Culture now. Simply trading pieces. Trying to get through on a2. So I'm going to take... He could take with the pawn there. I mean, I do have c4, but it weakens my position. So, relatively stable, sort of boring position at hand here. Did I miss e4? Probably. Not very tactically on tonight. I'll be the first one to admit it. Don't know what was up with me today. Really not good tactically at all today. And a little bit slow. Camel Culture is playing boring chess just like me. We're combining for a very boring game, and it takes teamwork to play cautiously with both sides. Infinite Flesh says, "Well, I do think Chessable is the easiest way to read chess books. I'm wondering about how it stacks up versus reading books in real life." Nothing wrong with books in real life, but I mean, you can buy like ebooks and stuff. I think there's no substitute, you know, but that's just, you know, from an old person who who's used to doing things one way. I mean, my pawns belong on the white squares. Pawn takes pawn, rook e8. I wish I could say I was drunk or something. You know, that's why I played like crap today. But that is not the case. Structurally, do we have some advantage here? I don't think this is the biggest deal in the world. But Camel Culture letting me play f5 with tempo. It's almost like he's trying to induce me to do that, but I feel like that's a good move. You know, f5, I mean, this is the acerbate on the other side of the board, basically. Protected pass pawn. It's not a protected pass pawn, but we saw the c5 theme in the Pana Bafinic game I played today. But Camel Culture is drifted. He's drifted into a slightly unpleasant scenario. We have the backwardness along the D file, and I'm not saying he's in any grave danger, but it seems like White has a tangible advantage. Well, I play viewers. Someone said, "I'm cheating, huh?" That's their name. I am playing viewers. That's what we're doing. We have 66 viewers, so we try to have a satanic number of viewers. G6, I mean, 666 would be better than 66, honestly, but protected past pawn, anyone? What's the price here? Camel Culture. Camel Culture drifting. Welcome to the stream. So, Percy, read enough books all my life. Okay. Well, if you're an opening fanatic, maybe that site's good. I've never used it. I mean, normal books are fine for me. But I guess they're developing new features for Chessable. I mean, it's expanding, kind of, from what it originally was. But I don't know. I'm not like doing an advertisement for Chessable. I don't really know that much about it. But it seems like an interesting concept. Camel Culture is totally... He's totally getting hosed now. He's got all kinds of problems. I mean, theoretically, you would think, with the D file, the protected pass pawn, the E5 weakness, his king being more exposed than mine, he's got serious issues in life. So now do we go for the, like, we go for the 3-on-1? Mobile majority? I guess, yeah. That's pretty nasty. I mean, we effectively have like 2 connected pass pawns. We're gonna just try to keep it together. Man, this is a good position for White. He's trying to break him up, but I have like F6. This looks awful. I guess he's lost. I mean, those pawns are just devastating. It's just devastating. Too strong. Magnus would approve. But where's the win? Where's the win, guys? How do we put him away? He played H4, a very strong move. Staying in the game, essentially. Game. Staying in the game. How does he protect E5? I don't see it. There it is. Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. He found a way. Will it be enough? Dude, you gotta stop defending. Please stop defending. I'm threatening absolutely nothing here. It's kind of like Clash Kid. Good defending with the increment going on. Why do I never have any sort of tactics or anything? This isn't good. That's not good, right? Try to keep it simple. We got him. We got him. Alright. Well, I don't think it was like a great, perfect game, but we did our usual thing where we don't play the opening well. Luckily, he didn't play it any better than me, so it was equal, and then we were able to outplay him in the endgame scenario. Alright. So Laluo, our only Finnish viewer, is up next. 5 plus 3. All right. 6:25, guys. We have 20 minutes left. So 2 more games. Last 2. Uber driver might not make it unless we're really fast. I need an Uber driver if I'm ever going to have 7 beers again. Conspiracy theory, Bob. You should tune into Fox News. I'm sure they have answers for you. Okay, E3. It's a mainline Queen's Gambit. I could be an Uber driver. Maybe I'll have to do that. I don't know. I was thinking postal worker. It's really appealing, you know, with what's going on. I was talking yesterday about becoming a postal worker. If I need a job outside of just chess. All right. So b6, this is common. You see this a lot. This, like, playing the Tartakover without h6. You can play h6 for free, but you don't want to do it. All right, fine. Then don't do it. Then I won't take on f6. I'll do it anyway, because I'm following the Anatoly Karpov school of the white side of the Tartakover. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You just don't have h6. It's a book position where black simply hasn't played h6 in a normal... People on both sides of the indoctrinated. What? It's a legitimate... Of course it's a legitimate question, Bob. But this is not the forum. You know what else is legitimate, Bob? The question of whether God exists or not, you know? But this is not really the forum for discussing it. Okay, c takes d5, e takes d5. Let's go. Some people, sometimes you'll see them try to take with the bishop on d5. I'm happy now that I won some games, guys. See the smile back? There he goes. Bishop takes d5. Wow, you took a test back in 1999. You wanted the tech side of it and failed miserably. Acerbate. How could you? You're a genius. You're a bright guy. I mean, I don't understand how you could have failed. So I guess I'm supposed to take this. And then there's that diagonal of death, right? But can you actually forcibly win based on the diagonal of death alone here? You don't think the God question is relevant? All right. Knight d2. You gotta like knight d2, but I think he's still got some sort of... I'm gonna undevelop my pieces here. Because cheapos are my thing, you know. If I don't do knight d2, I was afraid he would be able to break out with c5. We cannot allow this to destroy our country. The c5 is like, this is like the Mexican border right here. I mean, we can't let him across. I can't draw. You can't let him across the border. You know, c5 is crossing the border. We have to increase our control of the border here, basically with bishop f3. Oh, what are we doing? Knight c6? Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's going to just jeopardize his own safety, I think, essentially. He'll have 3 things on the white squares, no? Plus, he's that much further from getting in c5. He's maybe thinking about e5, which I, you know, neglected to consider. But, well, there isn't really a wall. It's an invisible wall. But you get the point. You know, this is technically the border area. And we don't want him coming across the border. We're on the white side of the border, obviously. All right. So rook c8. Crazy people. Rook on a to c8, but we don't want him to play c5 in all seriousness. No joking about current events. We try to make it a little bit light to make life livable, but no political discussion, Bob. Here, it's just not worth it. We get that all day long. I was watching TV today. It was like, damn, dude, if you watch that all the time, you'd literally lose your mind. I mean, you got to have some stress-free time. Queen a4. All right. dropped a piece. We got him. We got him. Laluo dropped a piece. He just didn't see it. Yeah, so he never solved his opening problem, essentially. But the big problem was playing bishop takes d5, Laluo. That's why nobody plays bishop takes d5 in these Tartakover type of variations. You have to play e takes d5. And you should actually implement h6. That's the main line of the Queen's Gambit Tartakover. Like playing h6 whenever. I'll move 5, move 6. They're fine. You know, you're fine there playing h6 either move. No talking about politics in a chess stream. Let's go. Come on, guys. We have time for basically like one more game. We have time for one more game. Maybe 1.5 more games. The Knight Shawshank. Soltigo's absent. Can we make JC a mod? I don't mind making JCS a mod, but he has to want to be a mod. You know, I don't know if he hasn't volunteered, I don't think. I can't forcibly make him a moderator. So, do we need a moderator? Okay, Shawshank is up next. We'll make Bob great again. Cue the Joker in hospital emote. We need a volunteer to make Bob great again. E4. The best mod candidates are the ones that don't want to be mods, of course. Fishrat Cow. It was your fault for referring to Russia as communist. No, dude, that was a long time ago. That was hours ago. That's alright. No, it's probably something Bob said. Good mood. Soltigo. Where is Soltigo? Why doesn't he come by at least visit? McCarthyism in the stream today, alive and well. The Berlin defense, what am I thinking? Alright, I saw the last time Caruana beat, by the way, let's talk about chess for a second. The last time that Caruana beat Magnus in a long game was the white side of the Berlin defense in 2015. Now, he does not do that. He plays this move. What is this? What is this? Wait a second. Literally, like, what is this? Nobody does that. Nobody plays, like, knight f6 and then a6. But actually, is there anything wrong with it? I mean, all you're doing is transposing to some weird... But actually, what is that? Bishop takes c6, dc, knight takes e5, knight takes e4? Is that, like, a real move? That's strange. I don't know this. What would David Bronstein do? Well, anyway, okay, whatever. It's an open Roy Lopez now, so I'll just transpose. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, maybe I should take that? Like, is that a real thing? And I don't know, you know? It doesn't feel right that I can just steal a pawn on e5. StarCraft Gecko. I like to play the white side of the open Lopez. Nobody plays the open Lopez with black. It's totally out of fashion. But I do think that Carlsen would be foolish to play the Berlin against Caruana. Caruana's score on the white side of the Berlin is like unbelievable. You know, he's like the only top player in the world who has like 80% or some kind of ridiculous score on the white side of the Berlin defense endgame. So do that at your own peril, Magnus. There's no reason for Magnus to play that. Like, he's got plenty of stuff he can play. H6, a very slow move for black, but, you know, maybe it's not bad. Maybe he's going to go Mamadjarov on my ass. A6, G5. Mamadjarov just does that, like, whenever, you know, he feels like it, basically. Bishop B7 goes back to standard line from every game Karpov ever played. Carlsen will play the favorite Breyer variation. I think the Archangel is good too. Can I talk to you for a few minutes after the stream? Just a few minutes, because yeah, sure, JCS. Absolutely. We're going to force you to be a mod. Alright, h6. What is this? So am I supposed to punish him with like d4 or something? I have no clue. Ask John Fedorovich. I mean, I don't know. Alright, literally a few minutes, JCS, but we can always converse in email or messages as well. But I have to go after this game, guys. I think this is going to be the last one for today. We'll be back on Sunday with back on Sunday with the with the simul subscriber stream. I could have won a pawn there with knight takes c5, but I'm not into winning pawns. I'm into my bishop. Obviously, I should play knight takes c5. But it's JCS's fault. He distracted me, asking me a question. Take this pawn, guys. It's just a blunder for black to allow knight takes e5. But I want to be a purist to keep my bishop on the board and give him a second chance not to lose a pawn. Yeah, so we've transposed to something like a normal line here, where black's played h6 and I haven't played h3. That's got to be good for white. You know, I like that. Less weaknesses and more weaknesses for black, basically. That's the way we try to do it. Less weaknesses for white, more weaknesses for black. I don't know if I could win a pawn that time. I mean, now my e4 pawn was a problem. So now we're threatening to win the pawn again on e5. Although there might have been some weird tactic. What is that from Mubot? Chess lecture. I do work for chesslecture.com still. And I'm an employee where I make videos there. So if you want to check that site out, that's cool. Knight on bd2. Guys, check out our Discord channel. You can also hang out there, Pub Sladgie on Discord, which Soltiga was kindly enough to start. This is how we do eat. Eating good in the neighborhood. Acerbate. You have an Applebee's near you? You have like everything in Vegas, right? I envy you in a way. Like I have a big Vegas nostalgia. But you wouldn't need to go to Applebee's in Vegas. I mean, you got every kind of buffet on the strip there. I miss Vegas casino buffets. I live for that. Okay, c5. Well, this is like almost like a standard Chigorin now. It makes you want to play like a3, a3 or h3. All you can eat buffet. Steak and eggs for breakfast. I'm getting hungry. So you can tell. Guys, this is the last game for today. I'm out of here. We'll conversate with JCS for a couple minutes after the stream, and then I'll see you guys on Sunday. Well, this guy, who is he? He's 1400. He made some horrifying blunders in the move order, but he seems to understand what he's doing. More or less, he's got like a totally legitimate transposition to a decent Lopez here. Buffett. Jimmy Buffett. Homer Drool. The Simpsons reference. It took me like at least 25 seconds to pick up on it. Casino buffets are surprisingly good. It's been a while. The only casino I live nearby is like Foxwoods, and it's not like a Vegas casino. You know, it's like a monopoly. There's only one casino. They can just charge people whatever they want. Mohegan Sun. Now there's Massachusetts starting to legalize casinos, but I've been in Hungary most of the time. There are no casinos in Hungary anymore because the government took over the gambling completely. So it's like, don't go to Hungary and plan on like gambling. There are no real casinos, or even card rooms for that matter. Okay, so B takes C. Knight Shark is playing pretty well. I like our bishops here. I call them Knight Shark just for short. I realized his name is Shushank. We can call. I had a roommate in college who used to give everyone nicknames. You ever know people like that? They have to give everybody a nickname. We can call him Shawshank or Shashark. But that reminds us of another shark that we don't want to go there today. Casinos and gambling depressing, Bob? You're kidding. You find it depressing to see like gangs of like geriatric people like giving their money away to multi-billion-dollar corporations, or basically mafia entities. Why would that be depressing? I don't gamble. I'm a poker player, but I have played, I have played blackjack. Finally, Shashark dropped a piece here. Okay, guys, that's gonna close it out for today. Unfortunately, he played a good game strategically, but tactical error there, loses a piece. Now, you shouldn't trade pieces when you drop material. This is a bad practical decision by black. Take. All right, I'm gonna do this, even though I know that it's not really the best, because I think we can navigate. Bishop takes d5, knight f5, check, take the pawn on d6. We're not actually losing a pawn here, and we're trading pieces, which is good. When you're up a piece, you want to trade down. Yeah, this is over. Now we got knight takes. We win everything. We win the house, basically. The house always wins. I miss casinos since there are no good casinos in Hungary, and that's where I live most of the year. You know what's depressing, Bob? Atlantic City. That's depressing. Okay, e5, discovered, check. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Well, alright. There's no mate. Hard to force a mate here. Surprisingly difficult to literally force a mate. I'm sure I could figure out a way to do it, but it's not really worth it. You just promote. It's much faster and easier and painless. Surprisingly painless. We finished on time, guys. I'm out of here. I'm sorry I can't play the last game against Uber Driver. I gotta go. We'll catch Uber Driver next time. Hopefully, he'll get Amy's number, and we can arrange a transportation with my donations from Clash Kid, Nils, Dim, and Eddie Barber, as well as Merrill Dixon earlier, and I think maybe Move 11 donated today too. So thank you guys for supporting our healthcare coverage, and everybody, thank you for supporting Amy. This is her phone, her old phone number. Anyway, in all funniness, I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Sunday Simul. It's 4:30 p.m. EDT, same as today's. Well, today was early, but the same basic idea. Afternoon time, USA Eastern time, 4:30. 20+ players Simul on Sunday. I will see you guys later, and we'll look for a new moderator. In the interim, wish the best to Soltigo. Hope he can be back on the stream. So thanks for Ponda from the Blowfish and from myself. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.